Hey, I'm Joe with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the IMS ADV 1 and 2 foot pegs available at RevZilla.com. So IMS got started in Southern California in 1976 by a dirt track racer by the name of C.H. Wheat. He wanted to use his off-road racing experience to develop high-performance parts for off-road motorcycles, such as extended-range fuel tanks and foot pegs. So what we have here are large-size foot pegs made for adventure bikes. The main difference between the 1 and 2 is we have the 1 here on the right and then the 2 here on the left. And the only real difference is this extended part here on the 2. So getting into fitment, just be sure you enter your bike into RevZilla's Bike Finder with your year, make, and model to see what options we carry for your machine. There's also some fitment options available for some dual sport bikes too. So pricing is between $180 and $225 depending on the application. Don't forget that RevZilla does offer that price match policy if you do find them for less elsewhere. Now, the construction of these foot pegs, it's really unique. They're USA made, fully stainless steel with a lifetime warranty. You can see that these foot pegs are powder coated all within the tread and then on the backside, of course. And then the lip around the outside is nice polished stainless steel. So it really adds some looks to your bike as well as performance. So when we start talking about the main difference between these pegs and some of the other pegs out there is that these pegs ultimately give you much more control over the motorcycle and comfort. So when I'm riding my adventure bike in a technical terrain, I'm always standing, of course, and it's very nice to be able to put some pressure on the outside of the pegs to help steer the bike and get some traction when needed. But also, when I'm doing those big days in the saddle, it's really nice to be able to stand up for a while on the bike and just kind of give my butt a rest and stretch out my legs. So these pegs will also provide much more comfort by having such a big platform. Of course, adventure bike and touring bike boots have a softer sole. So when you're standing up on foot pegs like these pegs came off of our Honda adventure bike here. So of course, this peg is really going to be uncomfortable after a while. So these foot pegs are about 5.5 by 2.5 inches. And again, the main difference between them is just this extended part here. Now, just for reference, this part goes towards the front of the motorcycle. So when you mount it onto your bike, you could see that's how it would be up in the front. So it'll go under more of the ball of your foot to give you more comfort and control. So when we start talking about installation, no surprises. It's just like, replacing the pegs on any motorcycle. Just be mindful that most bikes use a cotter pin or a split pin to hold the peg's pivot pin in place. So you will need to replace that split pin or cotter pin. They're really easy to find at any automotive parts store or a hardware store for just a couple pennies. And then also, just be sure you orient the spring properly so that the foot pegs can stay down. Sometimes some bikes have a snap ring that holds the peg pin in place, so you will need a set of snap ring pliers. So just take a look at your bike before you start taking it apart to be sure you have all the tools you need to get the job done. But I do think this is a really innovative product from IMS. If you'd like to see what other riders have to say about them, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device. And if you have any questions about these or anything else you see on our website, give our Gear Geeks a shout at 877-792-9455 or shoot an email to cs@revzilla.com. Thanks for watching our video today about the IMS ADV 1 and 2 foot pegs. I'm Joe, and I'll see you next time.